Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Maddie and I am going to be doing a little watercolor illustration today. And if you already follow my channel, you know that I have been gone for the past couple weeks, so I will get into why I haven't posted in a couple weeks, and yeah, I'll let you guys know. But first I'm going to talk a little bit about the painting. I didn't film the sketching or inking process for this one, mostly because I wanted to kind of just get back into things, and I was inking and transferring this drawing with my light box, not at my house, so I couldn't have filmed it anyway. I guess I could have with my phone or something or figure something out, but it was too much, so I just filmed the watercolor coloring process for this one, and that's okay. I feel like this is like an almost 10-minute video anyway, so I feel like that's a good amount of content for you guys to watch, and it is sped up pretty fast. I'd say the painting took me probably 2 hours or so to complete, and that's pretty typical, especially since this isn't a super detailed painting. If you saw my last full watercolor painting, that one probably took twice the amount of time just because it was more detailed. But anyway, so for products I used, this is on Arches cold press watercolor paper, and I transferred, not using my coal erase this time. I actually got some red lead from the Prismacolor turquoise line, and the 2mm lead to go into a lead holder, and I was trying that out. I transferred it with red, and I just inked the character at first because I wanted to see if maybe I could do like colored lines for the background just so she stood out more with the black lines. And I was going to outline with Prismacolor pencils, and you'll see at the end that I do some Prismacolor pencil details, but I do end up inking a little bit more with my Pentel Pocket brush pen, and I feel like this paper just isn't the greatest for doing those kinds of details with colored pencils because it is quite rough. In terms of cold press paper, I feel like Arches is the most textured, and that's fine. I feel like it gives it a really cool traditional watercolor look to the paintings, but had I used maybe the Strathmore 500 series, which is a decent bit smoother, the pencil probably would have been easier to do those fine details, because I would have to press really hard with the pencil to get any sort of coverage. Otherwise it's just catching the peaks of the paper and not really getting into the valleys. So lesson learned. If I want to do colored pencil on top, I will try it with the Strathmore 500 series. But I love painting on the Arches paper. It's really nice. So obviously I use watercolor. I mostly use Holbein watercolors. I do have a Mission Gold paint. It's a red one. I don't remember. I think it's Scarlet. I think it's a Scarlet. And then I have an M-gram in quinacridone gold, and I did use quinacridone gold quite a bit in this painting. It has a very unique kind of look to it. I mixed it with almost every color in the painting just to have sort of cohesive look, as well as magenta. I kind of wanted it to be orange, red, and then red violets as the color palette for this, so that it kind of flowed together nicely. So I feel like I accomplished that pretty well. So where have I been for 3 weeks? Yep, it has been 3 weeks since I posted a video, and I'm really sorry about that. I definitely was not intending to take a break, But the first week I was gone, I was in California visiting family. So I decided that week I was just going to focus on spending time with them and I wasn't going to worry about a video, which I think is fair. At the end of my trip, though, I ended up getting the flu and was sick for an entire week. And if you've never flown an airplane while sick, it is horrible. It's absolutely horrible. So I was sick for an entire week and I just was not up to drawing. I could barely get out of bed. It was bad. So I decided once again I wasn't going to stress myself out and force myself to do a video if I'm feeling that bad. And then the week after, I'm going to be honest, I was just lazy. I could have done a video definitely, but after 2 weeks of not making myself do a video, I let myself be lazy, and that's really bad, but I'm gonna admit it. Sometimes, a break is nice, but I'm back into the swing of things, so hopefully should be doing a video once every week on Saturdays to the best of my ability. Obviously, things come up, so I will let you guys know a little bit more in advance if I can, if I'm not going to be posting a video for the coming week or something like that. But I'm also going to be moving. As of right now, don't have any plan to skip videos in order to be moving, but I will be having my own studio in my new place, so I'm really excited that I'm going to actually have a place to work other than the corner of my living room. So that will be really good for me. I also should be getting a new desk. I don't know if I've told you guys, but I'm really short. I'm only about 5 feet tall, and my desk is really tall for me, and so is my chair. And I basically squat on top of my chair, like my feet on the chair, squatting down, leaning over my paintings and drawings, and it's really bad for my neck and my back, so I want to get a shorter kind of drafting table so that I am more comfortable while I'm sitting, and I feel like I can be more productive, because after I do sit like this for 2 or 3 hours and then I get up, I'm in a lot of pain. So at the end here, you see me just using a little water brush filled with ink. It has the Dr. P.H. Martin's Black Star matte in it, just making the lines a little bolder. And then I go in and touch it up with, let's see, what is this called? Dr. P.H. Martin's Pen White. I'd like to get a rapidograph to put this in, but I just used a nib pen with a G nib. Alright guys, that is all I have for you today. If you like this drawing, I'm going to be putting it up on my Etsy if you would like the original, so make sure you check out my Etsy store. I'll have a link at the end screen. I will also have a link down below in the description, and all the products I used in this painting I'll also have down in the description, so if you have any questions about that. I think I'm also going to start doing prints. I'm going to be moving really, really soon, so prints should be happening probably in the next coming weeks if you guys are interested in prints of any of the stuff I have on my Etsy shop. And be sure to check me out on all of my social media. That will also all be linked down below. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram and Patreon if you want to check that out. So I will talk to you guys later. Have a great day. Bye-bye.